Well, we're all finished up with our first MWC event out of Lake Sharpe, Pierre, South Dakota. What a week it was.
What an exciting week. I mean, just coming in with the blizzard conditions and the cold and the...
And then we pull in the River Rock Lodge and you get stuck.
I did.
How is that possible?
Hey, there was a heck of a snowbank, but I had to put her in four-wheel drive. We had to unhook the boat. We had to get out of it.
There I am in the passenger seat with my fingernails in the dashboard again.
Because you can't drive, that's why you're in the passenger seat.
I think Van Halen sang it best. I can't drive 55.
But I can.
So he drives. First day of practice, we wake up and it's sub-zero wind chills.
Cold. You know, day one was kind of just a look around kind of day, you know?
Yeah, you know, a lot of times when we're there for practice, that first day, you need to drive around, look at water conditions, check out water temps. And that's what we really did. We spent 3-4 hours driving and looking. We fished a little and we didn't catch any fish. But that moves us right into day two. And for practice, that is.
Cold, sleeting. I mean, yeah, you got to wait for temperatures to warm up a little bit. You know, we ended up catching one that day.
We spent time again in the morning jigging and pitching, but we caught that first walleye trolling on a sandbar down by Farm Island.
Right, right. Yeah, we caught that on a number 13 Rapala. You know, the fish this time of year are real sluggish. They like things that have just got a slow wobble to them, and it seemed to be what we were starting to focus on.
Last day of practice, we went up in the Stilling Basin.
Yeah, we ended up going up there, and we had a heck of a time. We did see a giant cod. We seen a 30-incher cod right by us. You know, that kind of gets your heart pumping. You're thinking that's the spot. There are a lot of guys in there. You know, it's cold. It's the fish are just, they're schooled up in this thing.
Yeah, and it happened to be the walleye guys out of Nebraska, and that's been kind of a fun deal with those guys. But they caught a 30-incher right by us in practice. And that last day about noon, we looked at each other and we said, we're going to be fishing this tournament in the Stilling Basin, so let's eliminate some water.
Yeah, let's get back out there. We know that there's fish here, there's good fish here, and let's get back out there and see what else we can find. And lo and behold, later on that afternoon, we stumbled in to the mother lode.
We did. We pulled back where we caught the one fish there on Farm Island, and lo and behold, we catch a double on the waypoint from the day before, and over the next half hour, we proceeded to catch 6 fish there.
Yeah, the perfect slot fish. I mean, 19 3/4 inch fat females. Those were the fish that we wanted to catch.
Bottom, I see. Yep. We should get us stuck before we got to go in. That'll make for a good trip.
So we were pretty confident trolling in that Farm Island and the Bluffs area that we could catch our fish. Again, you know, we caught them on the 13 stick bait, and then we started catching them with the shad baits, with the flicker shad and the shad wraps. And so we had a few baits going there. That's where we're starting the tournament.
Right. We didn't have a lot of time for pre-fishing to figure it out, so we knew going into day one, tournament day, we were going to have to start dialing in some colors, things of that nature.
And that was one of the things that Troy and I looked forward to fishing together. We've both ran boats for years, so those on-the-water adjustments that it was going to take during the tournament, we felt comfortable with even a lack of pre-fishing time that we could dial that trolling bait in with a couple days.
Yeah, and here comes day one, tournament day.
Wow, and what fun it is. You know, Artifishalleyes, the guys on the dock were all excited about us going out. So, of course, we both like to drive boats fast and had an awesome boat race and passed a lot of boats. This thing hauls the mail.
It was on fire. We were on top of that water and having a lot of fun.
We pull into the spot down by Farm Island on the sandbar there, and once you know it, here comes Steer McCumsey in my opinion, probably two of the best fishermen out of Pierre, South Dakota.
Hottest sticks on the river there. They know how to put things together, and we're in their spot.
Even with our limited pre-fish, we felt like we were in the best spot on that river, and we start trolling, and the water had cleared way up from yesterday in the afternoon, and we couldn't catch them trolling there.
No, you know, these fish on this system, that clear water, they're tough. You've got to get away from them. And us trolling over the top of them in that clear water, I think it just spooked them out just a little bit too far, and now we were starting to think.
We made a good decision and said we need to get south and find some dirtier water, and lo and behold, I'll never forget, we're driving by Antelope, and I looked at you and I said, that water is dirty now.
Perfect stuff we're looking for.
Yeah, so we wheeled in down by Stony Point and dropped the crankbaits down, and now it was fun fishing.
We were on them.
We started catching fish, they just weren't big enough.
Yeah, you got to play the cards you're dealt with.
And made a run up to the bluffs where we had caught them in practice, and we upgraded a couple fish, and we're done with about an hour to go.
Yeah, day one's over.
We must have handled 15, 20 fish that first day.
Yeah, it was a good day. You know, we fished some waters that we didn't really pre-fish all that much, and we found them, and we figured it out. We knew we had to get south to get to that dirty water, and those fish were going down there.
They were. So we're sitting in 25th place. You know, it's not obviously where we want to be sitting, but we got a heck of a chance going into day two. So there we are, headed south, and we got to be careful about that clean water. Good for us. We didn't spend a whole lot of time burning up that spot, and we made the run again down south, and lo and behold, it was better than day one.
It was. They were on fire. They were snapping. The water had warmed up some. The sun had warmed up that water. It was dirty. It was a perfect deal. We were on them. We knew the right flicker shads to run from day one's experience, and
we were unfortunate with the fact they came in a little bit of the wrong order.
Once again,
for the first time in my career, the prop wash of the kicker affected the bites we had on that rod.
You know, that was a great thing that you picked up on there, because that rod didn't get bit the whole time, and we finally just thinking, you've got to start thinking, what's happening? Why is that thing not getting bit on? Why are we not catching fish on that rod?
So I dug out an offshore planer board, attached it with some mono and a flicker shad. Game on.
Our biggest fish come on that board.
And then for our second pass, we made a run further south than all of them.
I was getting tired of netting fish, so I decided to stop netting. I mean, why net them all?
You know, I don't understand this guy.
Dumb! He is stupid! That guy is dumb!
Between trying to sabotage my sandwich.
That was funny that you almost ate a 4-inch power bait minnow. The baits that we had in the water, they were the right baits. They were eating them.
You know, that reactionary bite, you get those baits going faster, they hit it harder, those hooks are deeper, and we didn't hardly lose a fish, even without the net.
We didn't need the net.
We were done with 45 minutes to go for the second day in a row, but we had the 5th biggest basket on day 2.
5th biggest basket. You know, we ended up putting a program together at the end there, and
one of our goals going into this season is to make that championship.
Out there and caught them on artificial baits. That's a good deal.
It's exactly why we're doing this, is to prove to everyone in 37 and 38 degree water, you don't need to have live bait, you don't need to have the minnows, and I'm going to tell you, I had an absolute blast fishing. I can't wait to head down to Big Stone. Check into artificialleyes.com and Artificialleyes Facebook. Keep following us. We appreciate all your support. I'm telling you, we were down in Pierre. People are stopping us all over. You guys are the artificial guys, and we are.
We are.